everyone. This is me, Dusty Circuit here, and happy birthday, Void.
Woo! Happy birthday, Void.
Happy birthday, Void.
So, Void,
Thank
we
you.
are gonna we're gonna get started. So when you go through the portal, you'll be taken to your old area, and then we will guide you to your new area. So, when are you ready?
Whoosh.
And also, if I also like mince my words or like stumble, I've had a very, very busy day at work. I've served probably like more than 100 customers back to back today. So words and
Back,
brain.
that's ridiculous.
I know, this is the joys of living in a tourist town. So, here is your new portal. You can step through it when you're ready, and you'll be taken to your new area.
Ooh.
Now, we're able to sleep off this rain real quick, just so before we continue. It does feel a bit depressing,
So
doesn't it?
snowy. So snowy.
There is snow. Aww. Hang on.
Oh.
Uh, There we go. I think that'll make it a bit more clear. Yeah, that's better. You want to actually explore your build in a nice condition.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
we have got a couple things that you've already picked up on. So we've stepped outside of an igloo, which, by the way, I think is a really nice little touch. And you'll immediately notice we have a couple of big pixels of your favorite characters from Demon Slayer, Duma and Kokushibo. I think I pronounced Kokushibo correctly, right?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm always bad with names like that. Yeah, so we have them there, and yeah, we know that Demon Slayer is a very important show to you, so we felt it was appropriate to do some big pixels of them, and I think you really get all the sort of details and sort of like looks and feel of the characters, and they're so cool. The
So rich. The colors are just so. Oh my goodness. So many layers. It's just. Wow.
Kokushibo reminds me of something, and I can't put my finger on what it is. Like the series of eyes and the sort of pattern. I don't know what I'm thinking of it that it's from, but it really reminds me of something. No, not a spider. Like something in like mythology or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but I feel like I've seen something very similar to this look before. Reminds me of, is it Ko the Face Stealer from Avatar? Kind of reminds me of that. I don't think that's exactly what it is, but I feel like I've seen that from somewhere. Anyway, very, very cool design, so very, very appropriate to include this. Now, we're going to continue down the path here, and you'll see that all the trees have been frozen by the elements. You know, of course, you know, ice spikes biomes are your sort of favorite biomes, so it felt appropriate to continue the kind of snowy area theme. Now, as we
All the
go
leaves are brown.
further,
You can't see them because they're covered in ice.
exactly. Now, as we step closer and closer here, you might see a building that looks familiar.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Los Pollos Hermanos. And above it, of course, is the real man himself, Gustavo Fring. One of the greatest movie characters in, or not movie characters, greatest TV show characters in history, if you ask me. And
Even Jen Cog.
Now the Los Pollos Hermanos isn't just for show, although they seem to have had a bit of trouble with their signage recently. We'll have to get some maintenance crew on that. I don't think Gus will be happy that it's not acceptable. Either way, we'll step through here and we'll have a look inside the restaurant. So,
it's so good. Oh my goodness.
So the restaurant, the restaurant is laid out identically to how it looks in the show. The tables are in the same spot. We even included the ceiling fans in the same spot, the lanterns in the same spot. I am a massive, massive fan of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, with Better Call Saul being my favorite show of all time. I think it ranks higher than Breaking Bad for several reasons. So when you put these down on the form, I got very excited. So I will say I did definitely make sure that this was as close to reality as possible. We even have the trash bin.
I sit down in the seat, and I feel like I'm a... Like, it's just perfect. Like,
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite scenes from Better Call Saul, and this isn't really an exciting scene, but one of my favorite ones is when Jimmy actually goes into Los Pollos Hermanos, and he's literally just it's actually it's so impressive how they make a boring scene interesting. Like it's literally just an uncut 10 minutes of him walking into a shop, ordering food and watching some guy eat. But
Yes,
it's
and
like
the
the
thing
most
is, it's
interesting.
because Jimmy has like not a lot of experience doing this sort of thing. And like the whole thing, you
Hmm.
can tell how nervous and how bad he is at it, right? And that just like adds all this tension to the scene. Oh,
Oh
it's
my
such a good
god.
scene,
It does.
right?
Like
Because you
they
have this contrast of other people like Mike who are like used to that sort of thing, and Jimmy who's normally always in his comfort zone. This is one time where he's not in his comfort zone. You can just see him act totally differently. It's such a
absolutely.
good scene.
What I love about Better Call Saul as well is that they never include music. They can literally just leave like 10 minutes of footage uncut with no music and barely any audio, and you're still really invested. Like
Yep,
I don't
just
know. That's
perfect
the
tension.
cinematography and the filmmaking in that show is just at the top of its level, and I think that that's something that other shows really should learn from. A lot of shows would include like a quirky bit of music while Jimmy's investigating the restaurant, but they don't need
They're
music.
just not afraid. They know that, like, when they put humor in, it's purposeful and it's meaningful and it connects to something. They don't
Absolutely,
just use it as filler, and that's one big difference then from like every other series is that
one
they
hundred
know when
percent.
to use humor and when not to, and that's like something everyone else really needs to learn.
Now, there is more than meets the eye to this restaurant because we do, of course, have the infamous deep fry scene, and we have
Yeah,
Gus scolding Lyle, asking him
this is
if
so
the
good. I remember this scene. Yeah, he goes, he checks the phone, he comes back, and he is
hmm.
having to clean it over and over again. Oh, such a good scene.
Oh, it's like honestly, although Gus literally committed murder in the show, this is the cruelest scene in my opinion. The deep fryer was like the cleanest deep fryer ever, and he literally like lambasts Lyle and is like, "It is
Again and
acceptable."
again, yeah.
I
You could
know
really
it's
see
great.
Gus's like anxiousness just take full
Hmm.
force here, and it was like so interesting to see that, right? Because he's this like
Yeah.
strong character, but there are some things that just cause him to break down, and the way he breaks down is very specific with this like OCD kind of manifestation of everything has to be
Oh,
a certain way. So it's
absolutely.
super interesting.
100%. And we do have another room in this building as well. We, of course, have the office.
Oh my goodness, yes.
This is where all of his suits are, his suits and ties.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you have the office where at the in the corner of the room. Any minute now, you'll have Hector in there just walking in.
Yeah, I was about to say I
Honestly,
just stick my feet up here and be like Hector.
I think I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying touring this. I like I said, I'm a huge fan of the show, so it's very exciting for me to do this. This doesn't feel like a well done, Ren. This doesn't feel like this doesn't. Gus is so rich, he literally has an invisible laptop. Look at that. Like you can't even see the
This is
screen.
so
It's just
cool.
top notch. So yeah, the room is as accurate as it can be in Minecraft form at this sort of scale. You know, of course, when you
Oh, it's
build it like
perfect.
player scale.
I would have tried and failed to do anything close to this. It's
Hmm.
basically perfect 1-to-1 scale. Like,
This is also really dumb, but the floor pattern is also identical. Like these tiles like have all been placed with purpose and have
oh
been
my
placed
goodness,
correctly.
there's so many details. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're very very big on that. So there are even the most useless and like unnoticeable details, they are in here. So we took care with that. But we have to step out of Los Pollos Hermanos because there is more to look at with this build. So
Yeah.
we're going to
Feel free to
continue
get
on.
a to-go box though.
Oh, of course, of course. Now, as we approach here, we've got to be careful because we're approaching one of the most evil villains in cinematic history. That is,
Oh
of
my
course,
goodness.
the one and the only Hannibal Lecter. We even have
Oh,
him locked in his cage with his mask
it's
over his
so
face.
good. Oh my goodness.
Silence of the Lambs is just an absolute classic, so it makes perfect sense
Oh,
that you'd watch it. You're very, I've noticed you're very into like the classic, shows and movies, and I think that those are the best things you can be invested in. So yeah, very very cool
thank
build.
you.
Very very simple, but just perfectly captures
Oh,
the
it
essence
does
of who he is.
absolutely. And I'm also have just started the new Hannibal series with Mads Mikkelsen, which is like a totally different version of Hannibal. And I love
Oh
seeing all these different versions of the characters with like different they're like different parts of the same whole. Like it's interesting. Obviously, the Anthony Hopkins will always be the best. But it's I just love to see these different versions of the same character and kind of like what the
yeah,
slightly different things that motivate them. Right, same
yeah.
premise, right? But like what makes each one tick?
When did that one come out? I don't think I've heard about the Hannibal Lecter show.
Like 2019, like a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
It's very much more intense than the other ones, and they change a lot of elements. So if you're super attached to the original story, like my mom is, you'll probably hate it. But if you're more open minded to have a dynamic retelling with a few things changed around, I think I'll like it. But you just have to understand it's like there's a couple things swapped around, so it's not a one-to-one.
Oh, well, interesting. I'll have to check that out at some point. Very interesting. I didn't know they'd made a show. Wow, really cool.
Yeah.
Now
it's pretty intense though.
Oh yeah, it would be with the theming of the show, but that's how you know it's a good one. So we have here your statue of the classic skin that you're wearing.
That's so good. You even got the eyes. The eyes are pretty.
Oh yeah. Always got to give the player statue in every build. That's just a constant recurring theme, so had to include that. And not too far away from your statue, we also have the iconic dagger from Supernatural, another classic show.
Yes,
that you're a fan of.
Killing knife.
You even have the insignia written on the blade.
Yep. It's funny. I'm pretty sure that thing stays through the rest of the series. Like, it just kind of appears randomly in one episode, but I swear they use it probably till the finale. It's just that iconic. It's just a go-to weapon.
See, I think that's the fun thing about like shows like that is that they don't have to put too fine a point on what it is that they're using. It's just that you see that same MacGuffin so many times without it really even being mentioned that you start to just go, the show isn't that without this thing. It's the same with everything. It's like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Like, they don't really talk that much about it, but you see every scene in that movie.
The shading on this wood is incredible.
Right? It's very, very impressive, like how far the builder went to really get the design there.
Absolutely. Whoever did this, like, oh my goodness. I feel bad they put so much work on the shading. Like, you look at it from a distance, I swear it's actual wood.
It's what I love about what the team does is that you can get so much like from like so many different things. Like, you'll see like varying sizes. You'll see some giant like, big pixels. You'll see some small builds like the Hannibal Lecter thing. But they all convey the same kind of like detail and the same sort of like enthusiasm that is reflected in, your tastes for things, which I think is really important. Now, keeping with the Supernatural theme, we have a pixel art of the main Supernatural characters.
It's so cute. Oh my gosh, they put the little wings on Castiel. I love it.
Yep. They just had to really hammer that home. Now, we continue down the path here. We've got a couple more things to look at before we go into your cake. Tried something new with the pixels. I hope you like it. I think it's great, Nash. Like the 3D sort of theme going on there. Now, before we go to the cake, we've got a couple of things here, and this pixel might be a clue as to what we're about to sort of look at.
This is great. Oh my goodness.
So this is the classic logo from Breaking Bad, and you also have Heisenberg pixels, and this might give you kind of an idea of as to where we're going and what this building.
Oh my goodness, you did not. You really did it. Oh my god. The laundromat with all the
laundry mat. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh yes, and there's more to it as well. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to remember. I know it's something Brilliante is the name of the laundromat. I can't remember what the first name is. Lavender, I think it is. Lavender Brilliante? No, it's not really important, but I want to... Lavanderia Brilliante, that was it. But, as Rin has just shown, we've got, this isn't just any old laundromat. This is all a cover for something much, much bigger.
Oh my, you actually... You
Oops.
built it. Oh my god.
We did.
You did.
There.
You actually built the lab. Holy crap.
We
Didn't-
built the
Literally.
lab.
You
Didn't,
built the lab.
Evan, didn't you get this for your birthday?
I did, but
lab.
but Minecraft has changed a fair bit since I got my version of the Super Lab, because this one has considerably more detail and other things going on here, which I just think is really
This
cool.
is so cool. You even
So-
added that.
I know, it's incredible. It's amazing. You've got Jesse and Heisenberg in their suits.
This is
You've
so
got
good. Oh my god.
Yep, you've even got the pipe system that funnels into the laundromats, like steam systems.
Yep.
Just really impressive, like how much has been like added here.
But honestly, you appreciate it so much more in Saw because you get to see why it's built and you get to see all the things that happen to it. Like
Oh yeah,
you don't quite get to appreciate it in Breaking because it's there and then it's gone, but you see it in Saw and you're like, just wow,
It's-
what a
and
project.
two really important Better Call Saul characters are also here.
I can see them.
No, that's the see. You think about it for a second, Void. Better Call Saul.
Oh, under the ground, yes, they buried.
Yeah,
I forgot they buried both of them there. I knew they buried one. I forgot about the second one. That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's such a poetic and crazy ending, and it just makes it even more horrifying that like throughout Breaking
Oh, and
Bad,
those are
they're
some of the two best characters in the whole series. Obviously, they were two very different characters with very different roles, but like, yeah, that's something that made that just so crazy.
Howard was like one of the most like tragic characters because he was honestly completely
absolutely.
innocent. He had his moments where he definitely could have been better to Jimmy, but he was also trying to do right by Chuck, and I think that's why
Well,
he
was a
never
little
let
bit of a
him
jerk, but the amount of guilt he felt over it for the rest of the series was just like,
Oh,
he was because you remember how he even went to therapy and all this other stuff about feeling
Yeah.
so bad, even though it actually wasn't his fault at all. Like they just
it wasn't. He was
he did a
manipulated
slightly
by.
bad thing and got punished so bad for it for like half.
He
the
was-
not even at the end, just like
He was the most
mid-season.
absolutely. He was the most morally pure character. He was like, because here's the thing: he was just trying to do right by Chuck, which is why he didn't let Jimmy into HHM. And as you say, he felt such immense guilt that he tortured himself over it. So Howard was definitely a very, very very innocent character. And Lalo was just exactly what the show needed. Like he was,
he's
like the
so
charm.
iconic. Like he's
like
just so
they-
different from everyone else because he is completely and utterly like he's the one character that's literally unfazed by everything, but he has this like
Absolutely.
obsession with showmanship that only like a certain kind of psychopath
It's-
can have. That he
it's
just
kind of
captivates
like-
every scene he's in.
It's like they merged the charm and charisma of Jimmy, the skill and precision of Mike, and the evilness of Gus into one character. Like it was just incredible. Like it was
It is.
purely bad luck that like is what led to
Because
him not.
he's different. He's
Yeah.
not just like a bad guy. He is a monster. Like not by what he does, but by who he is. Just because
Mhm.
like whew,
100%.
such a crazy character. I still see edits of him like so often. He's just an absolute
is.
perfect villain for the
He had-
Saul.
And he had such a great entrance too. Like it wasn't like a dramatic villainous entrance. It was literally just him laughing and smiling, like while singing to, like a Mexican song. Like it's just so perfect. Like really was.
And then he offers Nacho the meal, and Nacho refuses it, and he's like
Mhm.
unfazed by it. He's like, "You really should try it.
Mhm.
It's really good."
Oh yeah. What was your I'm actually curious, not to start a massive nerd conversation, but what was your favorite season from Better Call Saul? If you have one.
I feel like it's the same with Breaking, where they wrapped up the best in the final season.
I agree. I think my favorite. I don't know. It's hard.
But it's
I
not
love
quite,
season
because with
6.
Breaking, everyone is last season is like a Breaking is like so much better than everything else. It's not quite that with Saul. The other seasons are good too, so it's not as much of a slam dunk.
It's
I just
not.
happen to
Oh
think
no.
that the last season slightly wins out.
I think that my favorite season, and this might be quite controversial, is season 4, and I think it's because you see Jimmy out of that lawyer role, and honestly, like I loved the episodes where you saw the construction of the super lab, and they included like the German construction team. I loved that. Like it deviated a lot, and it was quite bold of them to do
Werner.
it, but I loved it. Yeah, Werner, like just that entire thing, and it was also where we really start to see Jimmy become Saul, like. But yes, all the seasons are really strong, and
If
they
you
ended
thought
it
if you
perfectly.
thought Gail was sad, Werner is like, oh, so rough. Oh,
Absolutely, 100%.
like
So-
oh my goodness.
It is brilliant. It's a fantastic show, and Breaking Bad is brilliant too. I think the best season is definitely the final in that show too. A lot of just tragic things going on there. Ice path, best part. Yes, let's just appreciate the paths for a minute. You've even got a bit of lighting just to keep the snow off it, so it really adds to kind of the elemental theme with the ice and the snow. And finally, after all of that, we approach your cake, and this is a Technoblade themed cake.
Yay!
The legend himself. So we'll go in here. We've done Technoblade statues for you in the past, but we can only do so many before it becomes a copy and paste. So a cake felt really appropriate to pay homage to one of your favorite content creators, while also being a unique build in itself, and absolutely got to pay respects. So what we'll do is, when you're ready, we will plonk ourselves down here. Let me just quickly rename that. That's happened again. Being called birthday shovel, not spoon. Easy mistake.
Tasty.
There we go.
Nah, I could probably with the shovel. Like I'll make it work. I'm just that
of course. There we go. There we are. So wait for everybody to get here and sit down, and then we will we'll sing you happy birthday. You coming, Bo? Apparently, Bo has disappeared into the night.
Yeah, we can wait a little bit. Not mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sign writing. I'm sorry, Bo. Continue. I apologize. I didn't realize. I'm very rude. Just putting pressure on you.
Wow, Evan.
Evan's tired. He's like, let me go to bed. You can sleep on the cakes. It's okay. Wake up and there's a few.
Sleep on the cakes. Exactly. I could just breathe in cake fumes.
Cake fumes.
Oh my god. The wording on that sounds so wrong, even though it's literally just an innocent cake. Like icing on it and stuff. Okay, right. So, Void, you have a choice here. We're going to sing you happy birthday, but the question is, do you want us to sing it loud, proud, and off key, or like kind of calmly and off key?
You can be as loud and crazy as you want.
Okay, well it's 1 a.m., so I'm gonna have to be quite silent. So will all of you?
It'd be
very
hilarious
loud
if like everyone sing normally and then Evan's just whispering it. So like, yeah, whatever you're in the mood to do, just
oh my god,
total chaos.
Or I can sing it alone. Yes, that is an option. I can sing it alone. This has happened now twice, and I don't like any of you, but I guess I'll do it if that's what it comes down to. It'll be quiet and awkward, and I will resent all of you even more than I already do, but I'll put my sanity and my dignity on the line to help Void have a nice celebration.
Why is it that Evan has to sing it alone because of the time?
Because they like torturing me. They know I don't want to sing it alone, so they want to do it. It makes me very happy. I don't care about your happiness, Ron. Alright. Well, on the count of 3, I or we, depending on how you guys feel, will sing Void happy birthday, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Void. Happy birthday to you. And many more on Channel 4. Lots to do with Scooby-Doo on Channel 2. And the really, really big lady on Channel 80 who may or may not be me, but we're not going to address that because it's a secret. I don't want anybody to find out. Woo! Yeah! All right. Well, you can blow your candles out, and you can do this in one of hundreds of different ways.
I don't even remember how to light out candles.
Have you got the spoon? Oh, I never gave you the spoon.
I have the spoon. I have the spoon.
Oh, If you right click, it should work on the candle. It's quite tricky.
Oh, you have to go right on the.
Yeah, it's a bit of a small hitbox. We've had some
Like
people
in-
break the candle. We've had some people break the cake. We've had some people break the block underneath the cake.
Guess we're breaking candles.
Go
It's
ahead.
ridiculous coming. Maybe it's because I'm on a laptop with a trackpad.
It probably doesn't help, no. There you go.
There you go. I'll just eat my wish.
Awesome. Just eat the wish. Oh, now, Void, as is customary with all birthdays, we do have one final part to show you, and that is, of course, your song. So if you come over here, if you make sure that you have your note blocks and your jukebox sounds turned on, when you're ready,
Yep.
you can hit play. Oh, that's very fitting. So the song is one of the ones that Void listed, and this is Dear Agony by Breaking Benjamin. Yes, remember to move with the song? It's moved over here, where I am. Woo! So, there you go. That's your song, and that is, of course, your build.
That's
So, Void.
a great song.
It is. It is a really good song. Brilliant, brilliant tune. Absolutely love the instrumental of it, too. but the lyrics really do add to it. Now, before we leave Void, there is one final thing that we need to give you, and that is, of course, your goodie bag. So, everybody who is here, you will get one. So, Void, you get the first one. There you go. There you go, Bo. There you go, Volky. There you go, Nash. There you go, Circuit. There you go, Rin. Is anybody else I'm missing? Maybe I'm not really sure. I think I gave everybody a goodie bag. So yeah, Void. Really hope you liked your birthday build. We had a lot of fun making it, and a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun touring it, despite it being 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, really happy that you exist. Really happy that you are a member of Skate. I think that you really add to it, and it's just really great that this is now basically your 4th birthday on Midgard. I just think that's crazy.
It is. Wow.
You can still see all your old builds in the distance as well, which I think really is quite poetic as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I guess Circuit, if you want to do your outro, now would be the perfect time.
Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit here, and happy birthday, Void. If you all liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Peace out. Ring, ring,
Peace
ring,
out.
ring, ring,
Ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring,
ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring, ring,